Hello YouTube, this is Captain Ball again. When I started black powder shooting about 18 years ago, my first ever black powder rifle was an 1861 US rifle Musket or Springfield manufactured by Army Sport. In fact, today I still have that rifle. It's not the most accurate rifle in the world, but I love that. But about 8 years ago she received a rival, an original US 1863 rifle Musket manufactured in Brightsburg, Pennsylvania. And I have been using this rifle for many years now in international competitions, and it's a beautiful shooter, I can tell you. But I never had any time to make a film about this, so now this is going to change. I'm going to tell you the story of the Jenks & Son US Springfield rifle musket, and of course, in general, the story of the rifle musket. And I'm going to shoot it to 50 meters, 100 meters, and 200 meters. So, come with me to this little time travel.
We are at the late 1840s, early 50s. All the leading nations are experimenting with various rifled arms and conical bullets to replace the smoothbore round-wall muskets. The French invented the skirted ball principle, but they rejected to reduce the caliber of the musket and kept the 69 bore. The English copied the Minié rifle, but reduced the caliber to 5.77. They also designed their own bullet, the Pritchett ball, that did not have any grease grooves and was loaded into the bore with paper patching.
Jefferson Davis knew what rifles are capable, as he led his rifled armed corps in the Mexican War. The War Department collected as many knowledge and information from Europe as possible, and they decided to mix the French and the English system.
The goal was simple, to copy the French bullet, but change the caliber to the British. So these were the statements by Jefferson Davis for designing the new US rifle musket. The bore must have a progressive rifling depth, so the depth of the groove will be deeper at the breech than at the muzzle. The regulation bullet will be a 58 caliber French-style Minié. The barrel length will be 40 inches. The twist rate will be 1 turn in 6 feet. The lock will have a Maynard-style tape primer. The new bullet was selected by James H. Burton, master armorer of the Harper's Ferry Arsenal, leader of the bullet trials in 1853-54. The final decision was taken in 1854, and the commission selected the bullet we know today as the Burton Minié ball. The bullet has a deep cavity in the base, and there is no plug placed in the skirt. The bullet has 3 grooves. These were originally invented by Captain Minié of the French army, but not for holding the lubrication, but to move the center of gravity forward and to increase the friction of air at the base of the bullet. This principle did not do too much in stabilizing the bullet, but it helped a lot in keeping the bore clean with holding the tallow beeswax lube. The cartridge held a 500 grains 5.775 Minié and 60 grains of government musket powder. This powder was somewhere between the 1.5F and the 2F granulation. The original muzzle velocity was around 290 meters per sec, or 920 feet per sec.
I started the target work on 50 meters with 55 grains of 2F Swiss powder.
My bore is in really nice condition. It is not spotless but surely perfect for shooting. It is a bit oversized, so I sized my bullets to 5.81 and lubed them with my soft Minié grease mixed from beeswax, tallow and 0W40 engine oil.
Igen? Ja. Jó. Sűvített egyet hozzá. Jó hangja volt.
My rifle was not grouping well with this load at 50 meters, so before proceeding I decided to check what was the expected accuracy in the 19th century. An 1855 US rifle musket was expected to put 10 consecutive shots at 100 yards into a 4-inch group, at 200 yards into a 9-inch group, at 400 yards into an 18.5-inch group, and at 500 yards into a 27-inch group. This particular piece is an 1863 version of the US rifle musket. It was manufactured by Alfred Jenks & Son in Bridesburg, Pennsylvania. Between 1861 and 65, the company delivered circa 79,000 different rifle muskets to the US government. My rifle was produced in 1864. The CGC cartouche on the stock tells that the inspector of this rifle was Charles G. Chapman in the Springfield arsenal. When I bought the rifle, I only had to fix a few things. First, I had to make a new blade for the 100 yards rear sight, because I did not want to file down the original. Second, I fixed the lock as the safety notch on the tumbler was broken. This is why the hammer is so close to the nipple in half-cock. I also had to replace the front sight, as the original was filed down badly.
I also replaced the steel ramrod to a brass one, because the steel ramrod can damage the rifling and the muzzle down, so it is much better to use a ramrod from a softer material.
I started to reduce the load in 3-grain steps until I reached the 36 grains. My Miniés are fitting well in my bore, so I don't need an extreme charge to upset the skirt, and the idea seemed to work well.
Legalábbis én azt hiszem, hogy lovas, mert hogy a...
Out of 7 shots, the last 5 hit the same hole. I think it is okay to move up to 100 meters.
És érzés szerint öltöttem, mert gondoltam most már jó. Tettem bele ugye 180-200 dél.
So, and that's the 100-meter group. I have a double shot here, and all the 5 shots are within, let's say on a pistol target this is an 8 or 9 group, so it's quite okay. I had to aim somewhere here, very uncomfortable, not a fixed sight picture, so you have to replace the rear sight to get a higher one, because the 36 grains of 2F Swiss powder is a very light load for a heavy bullet like this, so the trajectory is very curved. But after a new rear sight, I think this can be shrink down to a 10 size group, so this is a good start, I think.
So the expected accuracy of the rifle was 9-inch group at 200 yards. Let's see if old Silver Sue can still do this.
Okay, and that's my new challenge. The range is 200 meters, and I have my good old metal popper here. I have this red mark here. I place my target just below this red something, just to have a reference in aiming, because I think I will have to aim very, very high at this distance.
Nem kell eljátszani.
Tudsz, hogy az utolsó? Kész.
Azért lehet látni tényleg itt a találat.
The Springfield is an excellent rifle. Just as the Enfield or the Lawrence, it can be considered the best of the muzzleloading era. Whether you have a repro or an original, I am sure it can offer many years of fun to the target shooter.
I hope you enjoyed this little time travel, and if you like what I do, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. You've been watching the Cap and Ball YouTube channel. Stay tuned.